Hi, Richard Casino. I'm here at Southland Casino, and I got a tip from one of these dealers here at the live table games. They say that these games are all about skill, but mostly about a lot of luck. Richard, this was the scene last June when Alice Johnson was released from prison. The state U.S. attorney says that Alice Marie Johnson was motivated by greed when she funneled drugs into Memphis. Well, good evening, Rudy. I can tell you it's a very emotional scene out here. There's a very large police presence, and actually you can see them lined up right here behind me. Well, the guy who actually lived here is still able to smile, guys, despite this huge tree crashing into the middle of his home. We're here at FedEx's Cold Chain Center, where freezer-packed COVID-19 vaccines will be shipped out soon. Mental health is often stigmatized. That's why the Confess Project is helping to open up conversations even further for men who sit in the barber's chair.
Mr. Gregory.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, brother.
Conversation is part of the culture here at barbershops like Supreme Cuts.
Anything on your mind this week?
It's why Prude, the owner of Supreme Cuts, joined the Confess Project, a movement that addresses mental health for boys, men of color, and their families.
Well, if somebody new, then I try to get them to talk. I try to ask free questions, get them to open up. Just try to gauge, you know what I'm saying, on how is their mental well-being.
Prude is one of many black barbers now being trained to converse with their clients on mental health discussions.
Yeah, man, because of COVID-19 and all that.
Which otherwise may have not been brought up.
Mental health is, in our community, is really a big problem. Our people, you know what I'm saying, because of what we've been through throughout the years, you know, it plays a lot in our everyday life. Yeah, but it's always good, man, take trips to see family.
According to Mental Health America, Tennessee ranked number 42 on how much mental health care exists within a state. Prude decided to take another step to help and support.
I feel that it's necessary to do something to try to lift a hand, lift a voice, you know, something. And so because of that, you know, it means a lot to be just more than just a barber.
Prude says he's learned the first step to an emotional health issue is acknowledging there is a problem.
Seek help, talk to people, and figure out if you have any issues or not, which is most cases, a lot of us do.
In East Memphis, Rebecca Butcher, Local 24 News. One of the women I spoke with today says while she's pouring hot wax into candles, she can't help but think about how this business has actually, been pouring into her, giving sex trafficking survivors like herself the avenue to share their hardships and victories.
Seeing my hands do something pure and clean, and just looking down and knowing that what I'm doing is making a difference not only in my own life and keeping me safe, sane, and sober.
In this studio, you'll find candles by Leah, Iris, Kelsey, and Cassandra, women scarred but finding healing.
Every time a person looks at our candle, our hope is that they would be aware of what sex trafficking really is and that there are really people out there who are struggling, who are hurting, who are broken.
Owner of Renewal, Lee Howard says the business is her calling. She previously worked at A Way Out, which helps women leave sex trafficking permanently. Her business birthed to give those survivors a creative outlet.
I was exposed to this industry very young, and once that happened and entered drugs and a lot of family trauma, I found myself in an abyss.
Leah Gunn pours hot wax twice a week and feels her story can help others.
I want to help bring that understanding, and if I have to sacrifice my image or my pride, even my family's ears from hearing some truth that's really hard, I will.
Here, each prayed over wick stands for a life and soul.
We're just lighting up one life at a time, a wick and a prayer. A wick and a prayer.
Well, in 2016, you could find Paul's Puyads competing in the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil Olympics Games. But 4 years later, his dream to travel to Tokyo is placed on pause.
It's funny, the lifestyle that I've been practicing before just feels like I've already been living in pandemic because I haven't really met people or going out too much.
Puyads already avoided crowds to lessen the chances of getting sick. He believes the International Olympic Committee made the right call in pushing the games back by a year.
If every single athlete is going to go in the same place, from a different kind of world, part of the world, and then going to come back to their home country, it's just going to be disastrous.
Well, the coronavirus has changed the way that Puyads trains. Instead of training in a large facility, he's transformed his backyard into his gym. Inside is what he calls the system. You can find springs and swings to imitate the act of pole vaulting.
We found a way how to, do our runs and our still training while not being around a lot of crowds.
It's where he can run, leap, and hang from the air to keep him in pole vault shape. It's all to keep him prepped for 2021.
For Tokyo, I know they have done so much to prepare for the games. So I think one more year for them to getting ready is going to be ideal to have thought about every single thing, honestly.
Near the University of Memphis area, Rebecca Butcher, Local 24 News.